It's your man JayGravesReport, and welcome to the College Football Weekly Wrap-Up, Week 7, presented by your good neighbor State Farm agent, Robbie R. Murray, located 3955 Eagle Creek Parkway, Indianapolis, or hit your boy up at 317-297-3804. Y'all know how we get it in, so let's get it in. Wrapping up the top 5 ball games of the weekend, so let's get right to it. Let's go straight to the ACC. We got North Carolina State coming in to play number 3, Clemson, down in Death Valley. Now, I picked Clemson to win this ball game because it's Clemson playing North Carolina State. North Carolina State went out there and was dull at the end of the ball game. They had these boys on the ropes, ready to win the ball game, right at the hair they chinny chin chin, and the dub field goal kicker missed the doggone chip shot at 33 yards out. And they lose the ball, and they go into overtime, and they end up losing the ball game 24-17. You got a boy on the ropes, because the reason that the game was so close wasn't because North Carolina State was that good. It's these duns from Clemson turned the ball over 4 times. You cannot turn the ball over in big ball games and expect to win, unless you play North Carolina State with a dub field goal kicker. I know that dog want to chop his foot off this morning. 33-yard field goal, bruh. You right in the middle of the field and miss it. On the road in Death Valley. You'll never get that chance again. Deshaun Watson puts up 378 yards, threw 2 touchdowns, but he threw a dub pick. Ryan Finley on the other side put up 231, 2 dub picks. They turn the ball over, still get a chance to win the ball game. So I just got to assume that the field goal kicker got to be in counseling this morning, because that done is 33 yards, bro. Let's move on to the next ball game. Now, we're going to stay in the ACC. We got Wake Forest coming to this ball game at 5-1. Boys look like they was the real deal. Go down to number 14, Florida State, to play at Doak Campbell Stadium. Now, here's the deal. Wake Forest hadn't played anybody, bro. They came in 5-1. They looked good, but they hadn't played. They played Tulane, IU, Delaware, Syracuse, and then they lost to North Carolina State. Now, Florida State trying to get back on the hunt after getting drugged down at Louisville in week 2. They got beat 63-20, but now they 5-2, moving in the right direction. That's because they got old Chief Osceola out of jail this weekend. That done went down to Miami last week, got cocky and beat up Sebastian Ibis. He should have been down at Louisville fighting the Cardinal. Instead of getting down there and letting the boy put 63 points on them, they went 0-2 in the ACC. Now these boys 5-2, but it's too late because they've already lost 2 ball games in the ACC, and they got to stay sitting behind Clemson and Louisville. So ain't nothing they can do. They can win out. Don't matter. They dub. So next time, Chief Osceola, when you want to go out and fight a boy, you better make sure you fighting that doggone Cardinal next year. Hey, Florida State wins this ball game, and we got Dalvin Cook went to work. He had 25 carries, 115 yards, but a cat, Travis Randolph, went to work in the air. This done had 13 catches, 238 yards against these boys. Hey, all I'm saying is, next time you want to fight a boy, make sure you fighting down in Louisville. You ain't fighting over here with the rest of these done, because Miami ain't been relevant in about 10 years. So it don't even matter that you go down there and beat them up. Now, let's go on to the next ball game. We're going to go down to the SEC. We got number 12, Ole Miss, goes out to Fayetteville to play number 22, Arkansas. Now, I picked Arkansas to win this ball game. As a matter of fact, for y'all even know, I was 5-0 this weekend. So all the rest of these games, just know that Jay Graves picked these judges. Now, we had Arkansas put 34, beat these boys 34-30. Like I told you they would in the doggone preview. Now, Chad Kelly came out and did a little work. He had 253 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but then he rushed for another 89 yards and ran for 2 more touchdowns. But here's the problem. The Dunn ran out of gas. Because remember, he was up in New Jersey a couple weeks ago fighting at a high school football game. Hey, next time, Chad Kelly, teach your brother how to fight. You don't have to run out on the field, help that Dunn fight. Or tell him he need to just go ahead and develop a reputation So where boys won't fight him in the first place. That's just why we did it in the hood, bro. There wasn't nobody gonna run up on you if you had a reputation for knocking boys out. But if you had a reputation of getting your sneakers taken, boys gonna run up on you. And then you gotta call your big brother to come all the way from Mississippi and fight for you. Hey, let's move it on. We got Austin Allen from Arkansas, put up 229, 3 touchdowns. He now leads the SEC in touchdown passes with 18. So Arkansas is looking like they the real deal at this point, but he's got a cat, Raleigh Williams, that plays for Arkansas, wide receiver that rushed for 27 times for 180 yards. The team put up 200 yards rushing. So as long as these boys from Mississippi trying to fight boys with gas masks on, pulling a Jeremy Tunsil, they're going to get beat because you can't give up 200 yards on the ground and expect to win, especially on the road. Now, let's move on to the next ball game. We're going to go up to the Big Ten where they get down. Now, you got number 2, the Ohio State University, goes up to Camp Randall to play number 8, Wisconsin. Now, going into this ball game, I told you that Ohio State will win this ball game because it was simple mathematics. All you got to do is look at the math, bro. Ohio State walks into this ball game averaging 53 points a game. Now, we all know that Wisconsin got one of the best defenses in America. But even with one of the best defenses in America, if you shut their production to half, they still going to score 26, 27 points. Wisconsin only averaged 26 points a game. Ohio State's defense is young, but they sturdy. They weren't going to let a boy put their average up to, on Saturday night. So now, Wisconsin put up 23 points. All these duns had to do was put up 27 points and win the ball game. I said you that told you that in the preview. Ohio State puts up 30 points, win the ball game. It's simple mathematics, bro. J.T. Barrett goes to work on these boys. He passed for 226 yards, threw a touchdown, threw a dub pick, but then he turned around and rushed for another 92 yards and 2 more touchdowns. You can't slow these boys down to the point where they're not going to be productive. Ohio State is going to put points on the board, and nobody's going to stop them from scoring at least 27 points. So if your offense can't put up points against their defense, you going to be dull. That's what I've got to say to you. Now, let's move on to the next ball game. Let's go down to the SEC. We got number 1, Alabama, shows up to Rocky Top to play number 9, Tennessee. Now, I told you boys going into this ball game that Alabama was going to win this one easily, simply because Tennessee been dull. 5 out of 6 ball games they won, they all come from double-digit deficits. No way was they going to go down 10 points on a boy and come back against Nick Saban. Nick Saban is willing to pass out on the sideline before he let a boy come back. Hey, they jumped out there and put it on these boys. Jalen Hurts, the true freshman, is the real deal. That's all I got to say. The last true freshman to take a boy to a national championship and win it was Jamel Holloway, 1985, Oklahoma Sooners. This boy looked like he's on his way. He put up passing. He had 143 yards, no touchdowns passing, but then he went out and did 132 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. Alabama rushed for 438 yards on the ground against these boys. And they scoring points on defense and special teams. There's nothing you can do. They beat the brakes off these boys, beat them 49-10. There's nothing you can do, bruh. This was the most lopsided victory by either of these teams in this rivalry since 1906, when Alabama beat the brakes off these boys 51-0. So now, hopefully, Tennessee and Butch Jones and company can figure out how to play in the first and second quarter for the rest of the season, because they went dull yesterday. Now, here's the deal. They buried these duns in their own backyard. They run around here with dental records looking for these boys today. How you let a boy come in your own backyard beat the brakes off for you? And this is what blows my mind. Please, somebody explain this to me. Going into this ball game, Alabama had won 9 straight. But all week, all you hear is Tennessee fans talking trash. Now, I don't know about you and where you grew up, bruh, but if a boy ring your doorbell 9 times and beat the brakes off you on your mama's front porch, you ain't gonna keep on talking trash. After the 10th time he ring the doorbell, you just go put your sneakers out on the front porch and tell them to go ahead on, man. Tennessee fans, stop talking trash. But until you win a ball game, you can't say nothing. Just when the boy ring the doorbell, just put your Jordans on the front porch and let him go. Let him run out of here. It's your man Jay Graves Report from the JayGravesReport.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter at JayGravesReport so you can holler at your boy. And always remember that this segment is presented by your good neighbor State Farm agent Ravi R. Murray, located 3955 Eagle Creek Parkway, Indianapolis, or you can hit your boy up at 317-297-3804 so you can holler at your boy.